Okay, so the day is finally here. The back wheel's finished. It's come out really nicely, I've got to be honest. The residue from the tape, which was really bad on the front wheel, wasn't as bad on the back wheel, and I've given the tyre a quick clean up, and that's come out really nicely. The mudguard, I'm calling it done. I've got to be fair, there's some minor dents and dinks that you won't see because that's where it bolts to the frame. But other than that, I'm calling that done. I've had enough of the thing, so, that'll do that. Now, the problem I've got is because I want to screw it together rather than rivet it together, I've got to do it in two parts, basically. So the seat is going to be attached to the rear bar. That's one part. Then the mudguard is going to be attached to the frame there, like that. Then the two parts will merge because the only thing holding the two halves together is this pin and a bolt between there and the sissy bar, which I can do. I don't have to dig about inside and stuff like that. Now with the bolts, I'm going to have to put a bolt in there, which is going to be interesting, and a bolt in that hole, which is also going to be interesting. And I've got this tiny, tiny spanner. Now, I would use a magnet to hold the nut in place while I hold it, but because it's in a metal frame, I'm worried if it goes wrong, the magnet's going to be stuck in there. So I'm going to put some tape across that to hold the nut into the spanner, and then that should hold it in while I feed the bolt through from the other side. That's the theory. So I'm going to do that off camera because that's going to take me, Lord alone knows how long, just to get the nuts and bolts to fit, and then the two halves can go together, and then we'll see where we are from there. I put the grips on off camera as well because I thought they were going to be a pig. That one was a real pig when it came off, and it's actually gone on quite well. It's straightened it out a little bit as well. It's never going to be perfect because of the damage that was done to it. We've still got the little chip just under there. So, yeah, the little split in the grip, I should say. So we'll get the seat mounted, get the mudguard mounted, and then we'll figure out where we go from there. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so this is a faff. The mudguard actually, because I could see, and it went on all right. It's not sitting particularly straight, but that'll move around. This is being an absolute pig. I just can't seem to get the nut to thread onto the bolt. So we'll still go. We'll keep going, but this one is proving to be a pain. I just can't prop the seat and the bar at the same time. It's very awkward. So, but yeah, the tape in the end of the spanner seems to be working there, just to hold the nut in place. So yeah, it's just this one to do. So fun. Well, this is the short version, but that has taken me 20 minutes easily. That hole could have done with that extra hole could have done with being like 10 mil further forward. Just the angle that joint sits at, I just couldn't get enough grip or bite, and the hole wasn't big enough for any other spanner. So, that's fun. But anyway, there's a bit of flex in that, but there's going to be because of the seat. So now, you see the principle here is that this section now sits on there. Those two bits get bolted together, and the back wheel gets put on, which then supports that as well, and then the seat gets bolted too. Now, I'm going to need both hands for this, so you're going away again. But the next time, we should be ready to put the wheels back on. Well, knackers. Sissy bar. Scratched the paintwork on the frame. Yeah, bugger. Well, that's annoying. I'm not doing it again, but that's ever so slightly frustrating. Damn it. It's so careful. All right, so now the wheel's on and then calling it good, because it's just... Well, it looks like the sissy bar has scraped it on both sides, which is frustrating at best, but it's back together. It's, well, obviously now it's far from perfect, and it was never going to be perfect anyway. But yeah, I'm very pleased, actually. I've actually finished one, which I haven't done in a while. And that looks quite cute. And that mudguard's a weird bend, isn't it? But that's where it's supposed to go. That just looks really, really straight. But yeah, no, that's where it's bolted to. And no, that only goes... I was looking at the mount thinking it was backwards, and it only goes one way round. And those can't go any higher. That's just weird, because, yeah, all the wheels... That's how it should be. But that just looks weird. But anyway, yeah, there we go. The Chippy, finally... Ow, hello. That's a bit twisted. Never mind. It's all good. It's not perfect, like I say, but that's done. I finished it. Get excited for me. I finished something. I'm annoyed about the sissy bar chipping, but other than that, yeah, something doesn't quite fit right. I'm not quite sure what, though, because that is exactly where it's supposed to be. So that's just weird. Maybe that's why they used rivets. But no, I mean, even that wouldn't solve it, would it? That's just weird. But anyway, yep, she's finished. Ta-da! That'll do. On to the next one. See you folks later.